We just pulled up into Caesar's Palace. We're in the parking garage. You know you're in the parking garage because people are lying all over the place. Smells like weed. Look at this guy. That's Vegas, dog.
Today I'm going to do a little review of the Caesar's Palace poker room. I've included a vlog walkthrough from the parking garage into the room.
Alright, if you park up in here, the Uber pickup is the same door as the entrance. Look at this disaster. Adele, I think Adele's got a residency up in here. People fiend for Adele, absolutely fiend. So keep that in mind. Well, I'll show you the doors in a sec. How you get through the disaster, walk through these stairs right here. Alright, we in. Just a little food court, absolute dog shit. Slots for days, of course. This Gordon Ramsay Pub and Grill, I've eaten here a couple times on the comps. Trash. They got one of those little bars called Funny name. You know, people just hit this shit when they're blacked. The poker room is located in between this Amalfi. I've never eaten here. When I do, I'll give you guys the word. There's the poker room. On the other side is the sports book. I'll give you a quick peek of that. Here's the sports book. Quite nice seating, actually, if I do say so myself. Used to be William Hill. Caesars bought it out. They've rebranded. On the other side, Omnia. People line up, decent venue. Definitely scope out the DJ before walking in. When they run the 2-5, they usually run them in this back room, these back 3 tables. Rest of these are all 1-3.
The Caesars game is soft. If you're a 1-2, 1-3 player, it's not a bad room to get your feet wet. The problem with that room, comparatively to some of these others, is it plays too small. So the 1-3 is a $300 cap. So that means you're capped at 100 big blinds, max buy-in. Sometimes you have to punt off $150, reload just to set the image to get your stack up to like 400 to have a little bit of maneuverability, even though you're already stuck $50 in that sense. Playing in a game that's that small, you can't really run your 3 bets the way you'd like to. Plays a little tighter. Horrible room during the World Series. Never walk in there during the World Series. So the 1-3 plays $100 to $300 buy-in. And they typically have anywhere from 7 to 14 games running on any given night. 90% of those are 1-3. The other 10% are 2-5. 2-5 plays 200 to 500 cap. So compare that to Win. Win the 1-3 as a $500 max buy-in. Caesars $500 max buy-in in the 2-5. The thing about the 2-5 in that room, though, is Caesars 2-5 is soft. Soft as 2-5 in the city. You'll get a couple of recreational guys that are in for football games, drinking, looking to play a little bit bigger. And the grinders are just your kind of Nick grinders. The grinders, they're all unbalanced players. They throw in very little to no bluffs. They're very easy to exploit, but they play so tight. They're such uninteresting people that it's pretty much a dead seat. Like, you'd rather them not be in that seat and instead of tourists be there. I used to not even walk into the room until 1 in the morning. Play 1 to 5 a.m., completely shit on your circadian rhythm. That was the problem. Because then it blows your whole next day. Your sleep's out of whack. You get into the gym, you can't even pick up the weights. It's embarrassing. It's not a good way to live. I think you're better off trying to get to sleep by 3 in the morning at the latest. These rooms are always going to be a little better from the hours of 10 p.m. to all the way to 6 in the morning. But get out of there at 3 a.m. unless the game's crazy juicy. Phil Galfond will tell you to get out of the game even if it's too juicy, if you're like losing a little bit of focus. I don't agree. If the game's too juicy, lock your mind in, because it's just not always like that. Lock in, play it out. There's no guarantee that tomorrow's game is going to be as good. So even if you're locked in playing the best ever the next day and the game's shit, you just capped yourself because you walked away from the juicy game the night before because you were a little bit tired. Don't recommend that. Restaurants in these casinos, you'd think somewhere like Caesar's Palace, Bellagio would have good food. They don't. They have shit restaurants all over the place. An endless amount of them, too. So overpriced. Omnia runs shows Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights. Those are always good nights to be playing at Caesar's Palace. Tuesday night's locals night, so it's all local residents in there. Typically it is in these games anyway. I mean, people come into town thinking it's a good mix. It's mostly locals in these games. A lot of idiot locals. You kind of got to be dumb to live in Vegas. Hence why I'm here. So on those Omnia nights, those shows get out at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Those games get juicy. These club heads, they pour in 1:30, 2, 2:30, 3, and they just punt, quick punt, 200, in and out 15 minutes. Seen it 1,000 times. They sit right down. They're like hardly even there. Just punt. They don't even care about it either. Just quick punt. The guy dropped like $300 on double vodka Red Bulls in the venue. You think he cares dropping an extra 200 at the card room in 15 minutes? He needed that. He wanted that. They always shake your hand after too, like, thank you, sir. Thank you for getting me out of this place. Tournaments. I know there's some tournament players. You guys want to know about the tournaments. They do run them at Caesar's Palace. They run a 10 a.m., a 2 p.m., a 6 p.m., a 9 p.m., and a Midnight Madness. I don't know why they call it Midnight Madness, because it's nowhere near the OG Midnight Madness for all you guys out there listening. Full Tilt Poker, you remember that? 10 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Standard Time. Yes, that tournament was the juice. The juice back in the day. $10 buy-in, you could fire like 4 different accounts on the same one, play 4 tables, rebuys. Ooh, such a good tournament. So we looked forward to that tournament every night. I must have played that tournament every night for 24 months straight, you know? Because why not? It was too good to pass up. So these Caesars tournaments, they're not quite as good. They range in buy-in price from $100, $150. Look into the rebuy add-on. They're always rebuys, obviously. Some of them have a $50 add-on. The fields are very soft. But the overhead they take is crazy. They take something like 38% right off the top. It's crazy. Blows my mind. 55 to the house, 95 to the tournament. Not worth it. People are like, oh, yeah, but the fields are so soft. Yeah, but the structure is shit. Blinds are going up every 10, 15 minutes, doubling. Like, I only play tournaments if it's at least 40-minute blind structure, preferably 60 minutes. That's why something like the Monster Stack WSOP is a beautiful tournament. And, of course, the main event, 2-hour blinds. Beautiful. Plays as similar to a cash game as any. We got to talk about the parking. Vegas, everywhere has endless parking. That's one of the beauties of this town. Unlike New York, San Francisco, LA, you can't park anywhere. Vegas, you can park everywhere you want. Never at one time in my life have I ever looked for a parking spot anywhere. It's always wide open. That being said, the parking, unless you have it plugged, is outrageously overpriced. I was there a couple nights ago doing a walkthrough. I was there for 53 minutes on a Friday night. $23 is what they wanted to charge me. I wouldn't recommend blasting right through, but you can tailgate out. I mean, you didn't hear it from me. I'm just saying, like, prices are outrageously crazy. Hit the call button, just follow somebody right out. People do it all the time. It's kind of fun. Sometimes I do it. I mean, I have the card to get out for free, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of a rush, you know? That's all I have for you guys tonight. Please let me know again if you liked any of this, if it's too much, if it's worthless, if it's boring. Just drop a comment below. Really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a nice rest of your night. We'll see you again soon.